Well folks, this could be the end of the road for the Tesla Model 3 long range. That may not necessarily be a bad thing for you, but why is that, Adam? Haven't we just seen the introduction of the Tesla Model 3 long range rear-wheel drive in the UK? Yes, that is true, but what if I was to tell you Tesla is consolidating its lineup for its upcoming Project Highland, aka the highly rumoured Tesla Model 3 refresh? As always, I've done some research into the topic, and I think I put together a pretty damn comprehensive case that I want to run by you, and I want you to tell me if you think I've got any weight in this, for which includes some of the latest Tesla news and rumours combined with some typical Tesla behaviour with their existing lineup, and I'm looking at the Tesla Model S here. This will all make sense if you watch the video. I could be completely wrong here, and I've even spent some time critiquing my own findings in the video. However, I can assure you, after you've heard about why I think I'm right and why new rumoured batteries and a upgraded Tesla is lying in plain sight, these are centre to my speculation, and you may well have heard it here first. Hello YouTubers, welcome back to another Tesla EV video with me, Adam Well Informed. It's fair to say I'm pumped up about sharing this video with you, as I've not seen anyone else make these speculations as of yet. So whether you are a Tesla owner or just an aspirational owner, this video will probably get you hyped for the arrival of the new rumoured Tesla Model 3. Before I get into it, I'd appreciate it if you could drop me a cheeky like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Once you've done that, it's time for me to set out my case, I guess. Over the past week, you may have missed it, there was an interesting post by 36KR, and that post consists of a new battery supply, and that battery supply, if true, will become one of the main drivers behind the increased range of the Model 3. And this post shared and quoted by multiple other EV news agencies, including Inside EVs and Electric. This post made the claim, a number of people familiar with the matter, that Tesla's domestically made Model 3 facelift will continue to upgrade the battery pack, especially the power of the basic rear-wheel drive version will be upgraded to 60 kWh to 66 kWh using Ninja D era M3P new lithium iron phosphate battery. This is not confirmed, and so you should take this with a pinch of salt. However, for the purpose of the video, let's persist because there are other sources to this, for which I'll detail later on. Okay, so in your head, that's a straight increase in energy capacity of 6 kWh or 10% range over the existing rear-wheel drive version, meaning a 305 mile WLTP range would then result in a 330 mile range, or 272 EPA range would then convert to 299 or 300 miles if we just round that up. This is somewhat simple maths, but it misses many other factors that increase or decrease the range, like vehicle weight and aero, etc. Plus, there is a lot more to the battery than just increased capacity. That you need to take note of. So what else is new with this CATL M3P battery? The battery chemistry is expected to be LMFP, or lithium manganese iron phosphate. And why is that important then? Well, just like the existing battery in the rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 today, this is a LFP battery supplied by CATL, and that's broken down to just lithium iron phosphate. The beauty of this new LMFP battery is that it could be a middle ground between the low energy dense LFP battery found in today's rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 and the higher energy dense NCA batteries found in the existing long range and performance Model 3 today. This new battery is rumoured to be more energy dense, of between 15 and 20%, and that was rumoured from 2022 as well. So while more energy dense likened by high performance Model 3s, it also retains the low price point, the high safety and the cycle performance of the LFP batteries, meaning regular 100% charges could be retained from the rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3s, but with the theoretical higher range. Okay Adam, so what does this all mean for total range, and why do I think it's the end of the Model 3 long range? According to simple reports and the simple maths of 300 miles, right? Well, check this out. According to Sinner Tech's post back in August 2022, they had already stated the newly reported 10% increase in battery capacity, and that was way back in August 2022. In this very post, they state the then quoted range for the Model 3 with the M3P battery to be as high as 600 kilometers to 700 kilometers. That's 372 or 434 miles, but in less representative CLTC range, commonly used in China. The difference between the range quoted on the existing rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 today is 20% between EPA and CLTC. If we lowered that rumoured CLTC range by 20%, we get between 300 and 347 miles EPA, roughly speaking. The existing long-range Model 3 on sale today is 333 miles EPA estimated, meaning that this newly incoming variant is also new to the US and rumoured to be a CATL battery as well. But what is to say that the new Tesla Model 3 long range is the grounds for the new base Model 3? Think about it. The estimated EPA range is perfectly within the quoted range figures. Plus, Tesla has so much form for simplification. For example, the Tesla Model S has just two variants now, being the Tesla Model S and the Plaid version. The Model S being the base but the longest range Model S, and the Plaid just being performance based. With Project Highland being all about a simplified design and platform, having production lines for just two variants rather than three at present will definitely help achieve that goal without incorporating any planned changes in design, interior or exterior. The battery pack would be considerably cheaper to buy than the current NCA battery. They could also have incorporated their new hairpin motors for even better efficiency too. But having the long-range Model 3 with the rumoured Project Highland upgrades, such as the front and rear bumper exterior changes, as well as interior upgrades such as ventilated seats, could result in a more competitive Tesla Model 3 package for pure attraction. Tesla's pricing ambition could be to match their existing rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 price. However, that may not be possible, but even if it's in between the existing price of the rear-wheel drive and the long range today, say 43 or 44,000 to start with, if the rumoured changes from battery changes to the interior come to fruition, then is that not worth the extra $3,000? The upgrade to the existing LFP range to LMFP would be welcome, as that is much loved already. Having 100% charge at full disposal at all times enables more practicality, especially as it doesn't come with much of a penalty in terms of degradation. Now, I've told you why I could be right. There are still some points I feel I could be critiqued on. I don't mind that critical analysis, and if you think I'm wrong, I want to hear why. We're all desperate to hear about Project Highland truth, and generally, whilst it's all speculation until confirmed, the truth is generally in the middle of two extremes. One of the points that unsettles me is that if the pricing is slightly higher than the present at say 43 or 44,000, this isn't what Tesla is all about. They actively encourage the uptake of EVs, hence why they have been discounting their prices as of late. This would be counterproductive. Yes, kinda. I agree with that point, but I also think that it's also short-termist to think that it's counterproductive, and that's because with the financial incentives, the existing Model 3 can already be snapped up for around $20,000 in some states like Cali, which is an absolute bargain and bang for buck in 2023. That said, the Model 3 is not the affordable hatch expected over the coming years, and so Tesla is making room within its current lineup, so the Model 3 isn't taking sales away from the affordable $25,000 Tesla. There has to be some sort of pricing discipline between each models, and this will be fairly priced for the new spec and not to nerf the sales of the affordable Tesla, but yet an option for those that want to upgrade to it. The rear-wheel drive did its job of making the Tesla Model 3 even more affordable, but with upcoming manufacturing efficiencies and the swap to the cheaper battery pack be enough to swallow up a lot of these pricing pressures, noting it would also have an extra motor, making it a dual motor like the long range today, which will ultimately deliver more speed and a more refined driving experience. Apart from price, the size of the battery pack will be around 10 kilowatt hours smaller than the previous long-range battery packs. Does it not seem off, Adam? Well, to start, it already sacrifices 25 miles of range if the pack is indeed smaller. But the trade-offs have somewhat changed with the new battery chemistry. Not only is 100% charge more achievable for everyday usage, the pack would well be smaller, and if the new motors had made an appearance, this could have made a bulk of the difference. And if we extrapolate the watt hours per miles, this would be around 198 watt hours per miles in comparison to 209 watt hours per miles with the large pack. So this is just a 5% increase, which would be a reasonable step in my eyes. Another thing to note is that the currently listed Model 3 long range may even be a temporary holder, just how Tesla sold the rear-wheel drive Model 3 with a 55 kWh pack and then upgraded it a couple months later to a 60 kWh packs, and they didn't actually change the listing. The battery may still be the same, but with the upcoming Highland changes to follow a couple of months later, something to throw out there and just to speculate. So to conclude, I still very much think this new battery and the long-range Model 3 will become the new standard Model 3. they have the ability to manage the price and yet increase the value proposition to make it even more attractive to future consumers. As I've said before, I could be completely wrong, but I think I found enough to share my thoughts with you. Even if a fraction of it is true, the introduction of a universal dual motor Model 3 with M3P LMFP batteries would be of value, right? So what do you folks think of the video? Did you come to the same conclusion, or do you think there's going to be a different lineup? If you're not sure what to comment, you can simply comment Tesla M3P baby, and I'll give you a cheeky thumbs up for the support for getting this far in the video. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends and family, or anyone that would find it beneficial. That's it for me this week, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.